to Tiger 59.
Why?
And
I immediately have to ask why.
Because it's
This-
too OP, obviously.
this is the part of the replay where we talk about the characteristics of the ship, and frankly, I was fixing to say the same thing. Tiger 59. Tiger 59 is if you take a Minotaur at tier 10, put it down at tier 8, and then take away like a lot of what makes Minotaur special, like really good hit points, pool, and a lot of guns, frankly.
And like 3 of its turrets and...
Yeah. Yeah. Now, she does have the ability to both smoke and radar, which is a nice, fun gimmick.
It is
But she's
a
only
nerf
got-
grader, though.
She's only got 4 barrels total. 1 turret, 1 double turret in the front, and 1 double turret in the back. She does have Does she have torpedoes? Doesn't have torpedoes. So, when THREE redeemed this one, I kind of said, sure, because I don't have a lot of replays on my channel that are Tiger 59, and frankly, I completely understand why. But
It's like... You kind of have to compare the ship to Plymouth, but much, much worse than the Plymouth. Like, the Plymouth also gets the smoke plus the radar, and it already sacrifices so much to get this. And this sacrifices even more. And it's
when
a
I
tier
play the Tiger 59, I feel like she deserves to be a tier 7, maybe a tier 6, not a tier 8. That being said, there are some things that are really good about her. Her accuracy is fantastic. You know, if you know how to maneuver and use the radar to your advantage, you're great at killing destroyers. It's a ranked battle. You're up against other cruisers that are probably radar cruisers. At tier 8, there's a few that I'd be concerned about. That can smack them too.
I think she needs that accuracy because, like, she is AP only.
Right.
Like,
100%.
pretty much all you have to do against that ship is angle correctly, and you're taking minimal damage to the superstructure until it's saturated, and then you take no damage.
Ship is pretty hard to get. No, I mean, I don't remember how they released it in crates at one point and stuff, and I just don't know how many people have been excited to pull a Tiger 59 out of a crate. Like, yeah, I got a Tiger 59. You know, that's kind of like the experience, but
I thought you can just buy her. It's
Yes,
regularly
you
available,
can. Yes, you can. You can buy right now.
You can.
okay, cool. Please don't.
11,
But you can.
11.3K.
I don't know why you want to, but you can.
We'll just assume that he just pulled out of a super container.
Well, either way, let's take a look at THREE's build and his replay and go from there. So we've got main armaments mod 1, surveillance monitor, aiming systems, steering gears, and concealment. Now, it's worth noting, you can't take propulsion on the British light cruisers because it's got kind of a baked-in propulsion anyways. So it makes sense to take steering gears there. Everything else makes perfect sense as well. Buff the aiming, buff the radar, concealment,
You
guns,
can't really do
whatever.
anything else.
No.
Like one thing we forgot, like, yes, it has the smoke, but it doesn't get the hydro either. Like, you can't swap out the defensive fire for a hydro. It's fixed.
Yeah, and Hydro would
I
be nice in
remember.
ranked too.
I remember they gave Vermont British acceleration, but forgot to ban her from using prop mod. It was funny for a short time.
Yes. All right, so captain skills. I'm gonna guess he's got Cunningham. Does it matter?
I think it's actually Dunkirk just because of what skills he took.
That's what I was just kind of flipping through. If you look at Dunkirk, 3 boosted skills. Cunningham. Now, what Cunningham does is Cunningham gives you 1 extra ship consumable if you get 2 kills. You're probably not going to get a Wither in a Tiger 59 because you'll have AP only. And you're definitely not going to get 4 floods to enemies unless you ram, heal, ram, heal. You're not going to get
you
those.
could get them on flurbs, but yeah.
That's true. Okay, that is true. You could get it on subs.
But you don't get
speaking-
much out of Cunningham on this ship. Like
No.
Dunkirk is much better because
No. Yeah. The only thing that's good for it is the extra consumable, which does help in rank to get an extra charge of each of these. Okay, fine. But you're right, and you're better off taking a Dunkirk
I
into
actually
this.
think that this might be an Edinburgh captain or something because
Could be.
I don't think you would take grease the gears on this ship. The turrets traverse as fast as Minotaur. It's like you don't need that skill. You wouldn't probably take it.
So wait a minute. If you don't need the Minotaur, you don't need that for the Minotaur, then why would you take it for this ship?
You wouldn't. That's why I said I don't think it's a Minotaur captain. I think it
Oh,
looks like
you
something
don't,
like
okay.
an Edinburgh captain or so.
Could
Or
be.
maybe Fiji.
Could be. I mean, this is a good setup for the light cruisers, right, in the game. So let's take a look. Grease the gears, consumable specialist, and last stand, consumable enhancements, priority target, superintendent, survivability expert, concealment, and radio location. That's fine. I'm sure machine, the only thing he would change is take top grade gunner instead. But hey, whatever. I don't see a problem with this. You want to go heavy AP shells because you can only shoot AP, but that's really expensive and you have to lose 2 things to do it.
I just noticed that the adrenaline rush is missing.
So he's opting for consumables more than the gun DPM. The utility more, I guess you could say, right? Because the only way to get adrenaline rush is to drop one or both of these.
Oh, I dropped on radio location.
Oh, I just noticed he didn't have adrenaline rush.
Yeah, that's what we
What the
just said.
hell?
That's what we just said. So,
I'll talk to you guys later.
see ya. Okay, well, odd though, because in a ship like this where you're going to get smacked and you've got the super heal and all that, odd to think that you wouldn't take adrenaline rush. But okay,
Yeah, it's a choice.
it's a choice. Honestly, all right. Let's see. Grease the gears. We know we could drop. That's an easy 1-point skill to grab, and I guess you could drop consumables enhancements to get this, or you could drop. You could also drop priority target. I think priority target gives you a lot more information, especially in ranked. So, personally, I would keep that. But I could see somebody saying, "I want the consumables."
You can make an argument, right, on a cruiser that wants to shoot from smoke anyway. You can make the argument that priority target is not that useful because you're not spotted in your smoke when you're shooting.
So if you're good at smoking up, staying hidden in smoke, and not derping into radar range, yeah. Okay. Wolf says Tiger 59 is a deadly ship in the hands of Soshi Son, one of the other Devstrike Foramites. Fair enough. Okay. Well, let's move on down to signal flags. We've got Juliet Charlie, so anti-det. We've got ramming flag, consumables, and smoke.
No heal flag?
No speed flag?
Yeah. I mean, this is bronze.
Speed, heal, and dead are like mandatory.
Yeah. This is ranked, so I mean, it's bronze. He's probably figuring he's just gonna skill gap people because he used that term before. Or he just wants to play it
not
with the health.
taking speed, like, but not buffing the heal seems.
Yeah, he should be taking these two. I would honestly take the fire reduction flag as well. Not as important as the super heal, but it would be helpful. Whatever. His choice. Let's get to the replay. Adorned in the bronze poop camo is our Tiger 59, with 1 turret in the front and 1 turret in the back. No torpedoes. Ranked battle, Massachusetts, Vlad, Richelieu, Mogami, San Diego, Salmon.
Does he use an auto clicker? I use an auto clicker.
What is an auto clicker?
It's a program that clicks automatically.
Okay, and I mean, how are you using? You mean just so that you're not like killing your mouse?
And my finger.
Maybe, I don't know. For me,
Isn't that
I just hold down left mouse button.
technically third-party software that's prohibited by wargaming?
If they can detect it. On that note, taking a look at the lineup, these are really bad battleships for you, Mogami, San Diego, or whatever. You took this ship into ranked hoping to run into destroyers and kill them, and found none.
Yeah, that would
That's
be my biggest
pain.
concern. Like no destroyers. I don't think I've ever seen a ranked battle with no destroyers. But the whole point, like if you play a smoke radar combination cruiser like this, like or a smoke cruiser in general, you're relying on spotting, and I'm not sure how much spotting you're gonna get out of your submarine.
Okay. Well, we'll see what happens. This is Tiger 59 on Sleeping Giant. Shane, yours was on hotspot.
It is very interesting though, because like it's arms race. Like, which of the cruisers or the sub has the guts to go for the buffs?
Well, and the thing is, the initial buffs aren't... They're okay, but, I mean, a heal is a bigger deal.
Like, I'm not too familiar with particular concealments on the cruisers, to be honest. But
Okay.
I would think that he's stealthier than the enemy ones.
He does not have Dunkirk or Cunningham as his captain. I just heard Captain, you know, doing his thing or whatever.
Yes,
could
Tiger
use,
59 is the stealthiest ship in the match, except for not counting the submarines.
And enemy sub in... Okay, so we're going to see some sub-on-sub action.
Wait,
do
the
like
ship
the-
gets ship-launched depth charge? Like planes?
Air launched, yeah.
Wow.
It's better that way.
So, alright, well, if the Salmon wants to stay on the surface and be radared, that's cool. Now he's diving, so you can just depth charge him again. Countercap is entertaining, that is very true.
Looks like your submarine doesn't have the new module, because otherwise he would be able to use his consumable right now and spot the enemy submarine.
Well, and you don't
Already?
even know. He could have it and not know to use it or whatever, too.
That fair point.
But,
I would,
fortunately...
however, assume that any submarine player who invests the coal to get that consumable or that upgrade to know how to use their consumables that are centered around that.
They could just see it on the captain build docker or somebody else's captain build and just say okay and just do it, not know why. I do like that you guessed properly, followed the oil slicks and stuff. A little concerned that you just kind of popped out there and now you're kind of exposed. Harbin shooting AP at the sub. What?
Isn't there a website that tracks the commander skill usage frequency? Like
Maybe.
greasy, like on the Des Moines, a lot of people use greasy gears, but not. Let me see.
I don't know of any such website.
I'm surprised.
Probably has data, but
I'm really surprised that you left the Harbin. I thought you two were gonna just try to form up and share smokes together. But you popped out and, well...
I think Machine wants to get the sub.
THREE, you mean?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Stub gets the San Diego.
All of you is insulted now. THREE or Machine? Or both?
Uh,
I don't think you'll ever see me play AP only cruisers.
I want to mention you're very fortunate that that San Diego did go down. You fired your guns there. Would have been spotted for a long time, but because your gun range is so short, nobody else was in the area, I should say, you weren't spotted there. So very
I
fortunate.
mean, he has smoke ready, right? So...
Sure. Well, his team is up 2, and the Thunderdome is actually a nice place for him to chill because he does have a decent range with his guns and the ability to arc over islands. The only concern is that Massachusetts, because he can just walk right in and smash you in the face. There's not much you can do about it. Once the Harbin comes with you... Oh, he just got smashed. And yeah, that was a good use of depth charges. That is true, Wolfie.
And you just know where the Massachusetts is because the buff got taken.
Yep. So he's continuing
So he's
towards that
very,
channel.
very likely coming.
Mm-hmm.
And you gotta prepare for that.
Now, fortunately, he does have a radar, so he could radar and see the Massachusetts. He's also got radio location pointing in the general direction of the Massachusetts. So there you go. So, say goodbye, THREE.
Honestly, if that Massachusetts tries to get into that circle here, I probably just ram.
Ram. Mm-hmm. The one thing you've got going for you is you've got a Massachusetts and Champaign in the area, but I don't know if they're looking... One of them is. Maybe those were his secondaries. Looks like you're going for the ram.
If it was a non-secondary battleship, you could maybe try to outplay it.
Mm-hmm.
But against the secondaries,
Well, you managed to dodge pretty well there. Woof. All right, well,
you maybe can outplay it.
you can
Massachusetts
definitely
shot way
outturn.
too early.
Oh yeah, but so now you don't have to worry about his turrets at all. So you can just pen him up the rear. This is what you do with AP, is you pen him in the rear or the superstructure. I would keep going for the rear, not the super here, but he's going for superstructure.
I think
Nope.
he's trying to knock out the rear turret.
With this,
Although
with these little puny guns?
I mean, it looks like he's trying, no?
I guess, yeah. Does kind of look like that, or secondaries perhaps, but I don't know. Shoot him in the butt. Never. Yeah, he is hitting right on the turret. That would explain all the ricochets and shatters.
Yeah, I don't think like that there's enough pen behind these shells to actually get through the turret armor.
I also don't like the fact that you're just sitting within your smoke fire penalty range. There you go. And ladies and gentlemen, THREE has skill grabbed somebody.
That was more like a skill Grand Canyon.
Springfield Gorge for Simpsons watchers. Interesting you came back out of the smoke there, but okay. I have a feeling that you were expecting to die and are just laughing so hard right now.
I think the problem the Massachusetts they had was he didn't know that the Tiger does not have torps, and that's why he shot early and tried to get something done. Instead of just waiting for the full broadside and just delete it. It's one advantage of playing a ship like this. people don't see it often, and there's a good chance they have no clue what it is.
Right. Or that player just didn't, just instinctively shot early. I mean, that happens too. And fortunately for THREE, he was turning as the Massachusetts fired, so he missed the shells. If he'd waited a little bit longer and THREE was pointed straight at him, those shells probably could have been able to overmatch the bow armor and gotten citadels. Would have been a different looking THREE. Iron Mios, that's a very good point. You can hold this up, you can look at that and say, oh look, no torpedoes. That's a very good point.
Yeah, you can. But there's a decent
Yes,
amount of
a
people
spilled
who
THREE.
don't know that.
Alright, smoke and fire at the Mogami because LOL. Or not worry about it because I would smoke here, honestly, with the Richelieu there.
It's actually kind of impressive, despite all this work, what the battleships have managed to do.
Nothing?
Like,
Die?
getting himself killed. Yeah, die. It's
Feels ranked, man.
It sure does.
We no longer need Grunty as a portable encyclopedia. What? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, rare ships are definitely harder to play around. So, Sub and you versus Mogami and... Now notice he stopped firing there because he was within the smoke fire penalty and then he opened up fire while I talked about it, so that's cool.
I mean, he's broadside. I'll take my chances here.
Yeah, ooh, Citadel. Ooh, another Citadel. Now, here's the question. How do you deal with the Richelieu like this? Yeah, good aim. Ram? I'd be afraid of ramming.
No, I would not ram.
I think you just drive straight at him. Try to get behind him so that his front guns can't shoot at you. Let's see, look at that. Ouch.
I would just try to stay alive here and distract as long as possible, because your sub has two kills. He has been doing stuff. So if you just buy enough time for your submarine, I think your submarine is gonna eventually kill that Richelieu.
The submarine is chilling within range. You're going for the turrets again. You're getting some nice full pens into the bow and then you switch to turrets?
Now you can ram, because the ram will kill him.
Getting ready for the death pick. Wow. Okay. Well, chat, we got ourselves a death pick. Which we haven't had all day. That's kind of nice.
Like, that was really, really good play at the start, but like the last 3 minutes felt like really messy.
Mm-hmm. Always fun to get, aircraft. And that's kind of cool too. Look at the plane. It's got a pusher and pull propeller setup. That is cool. Huh. That is cool. Double dose of death pick.
I think THREE tried to turn Richelieu into a 2-kilometer portable radar.
Huh?
A 2-kilometer permanent radar.
I don't understand.
I repeat myself. What?
Well, if he tried to knock out his guns, which would make, and then Richelieu would be a permanent 2-kilometer radar, and 2 kilometers is a minimum spotting range.
Okay, yeah, that's true. He definitely did spank the Richelieu stern. Actually, more like he just rammed it.
Like,
Sorry, I just love planes too much. I have too much fun
What's-
taking
what's-
screenshots, y'all.
What's your favorite from? What's your favorite in World Warships?
Favorite what, airplane?
Yeah,
I've always been
I
an
like the,
Avenger fan.
I like the F9Fs.
Of course you would.
I'm sorry, it's Stukas and it's not even close.
Of course. Ich weiß, du bist durch.
There you go again. Well, I bet this is definitely not what you expected was going to happen when you took a Tiger 59 into battle. But it did happen. And you came in first place.
Sub is second. And your battleships were there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Proof the Tiger 59 is OP and needs to be nerfed. Right. Sending replay to Wargaming. Well, I mean, most impressive in my opinion is the 54,500 damage you did to a Massachusetts.
Yeah, the battleships in this game on both teams were not very smart. Like, it's just what it is.
Tiger clawed its way to victory. That is true, it did. I don't know what else there is to discuss. I mean, that was just... What did we watch?
Madness.
Madness. El Tigre con Botas. So, what do we want to use for title? I was thinking of the final torpedo. What do y'all think?
The only torpedo. 59 ways to die.
Kiss me, I'm a tiger. Tiger bites hard. How about great?
I'm actually gonna looking at the render now. I wanna see how his battleships died because I completely missed that while he was fighting the
No.
Massachusetts.
No. Inspired by Tiger Woods.
I think that gets copyright strike.
All right, so your Champagne, Hawk, and Massachusetts are all quite healthy at this point. Vlad comes around the corner. Champagne shows him broadside. That's what you do. Hawk charging in and getting smashed by the Richelieu to the south
I have no idea.
and died. The Vlad. Champagne now comes in.
How did the Massachusetts just lose all the hit points? What?
Vlad killed him. Showed broadside. Look at the Massachusetts' angle. He just got Citadel slapped back to port. And then the Champagne. Richelieu gets him.
Wow. Wow.
So that is how 3 battleships die in seconds. Although in game time, probably a minute.
Or half the reaction time of the average battleship player.
And there's the ram. I mean, okay.